occurrence in Nigeria's economic environment is a drop in the prices of goods and services in the market, but it's happening before our own eyes in the building sector. BUA Cement PLC has announced the reduction of the price of its cement products from 5,500 to 3,500 naira per bag, starting from the 2nd of October. Yes, the announcement came a few weeks after the company's chairman, Abdul Samad Rabiu, met with President Bola Tinubu and promised to review the price of cement. BUA Cement said the decision is to spur development in the building materials and infrastructure sectors. Because a lot of people, they've left their buildings, they've left everything, because when you have to buy a bag of cement for 5,000, for 4,000, it's not really making sense.
5,004.
If you want to just, erect a fence like across your house and everything, you are talking about millions.
A lot of money.
To get, is it 6 and 9 of blocks. And you now add cement, you add gravel, you add granite, everything that they use.
Reinforcement, everything related to building is costly now.
Yeah.
Especially reinforcement.
Decking and all.
Iron rods and all that are extremely expensive. Nigeria does not produce
any of it.
Enough steel. You have to import.
Javuta steel companies are working.
No.
Comatose.
What is it called? So you have to import. So all of those, but cement is the most critical component in building. But we've seen a situation in which the price of cement has been going up steadily in our country. We have to thank BUA. And I think this is not the first time that Abdul Samad Karabi will do this. There was a time when we were approaching Salah, when he crashed the price of sugar, because he knows people will drink cocoa, and they will use a lot of sugar during that
during fasting.
So during fasting, so he crashed the price. This is not the first time. He just happens to be that kind of person who feels for the people.
For the components to make cement, we get everything here locally.
The limestone is there.
We have limestone, we have gypsum. Those are the tools that they use. The cost of cement will go up because even diesel and other variables have gone up. And they too, they need to pay worker salaries. At the end of the day, they need to ensure that, okay, we can make profit. That's the only way the business can.
And they also have to do insurance because of the hazardous nature.
Yes, that's the only way the business can go on. But he has chosen now to take 2,000 off the price. I think that is significant. After meeting the president, because for me, at this time that we found ourselves, everyone should be ready to make sacrifices. The ordinary man is making sacrifices. The people in government must make sacrifices. The people in the National Assembly must make sacrifices. Business people, big business people. Abdul Samad Karabi is one of the 3 richest Nigerians. So he's making, and he's a man who started from the scratch. I knew him in Kano when he was importing complete knockdown parts. He was under 40 when he was already a multimillionaire. He came from a rich family, but he has built on the wealth that he made during his early years. He has built on it tremendously. That he too is also is building a refinery now. So what he has done, we expect that Dangote will follow suit because he's a market leader in that sector.
Yes.
And his cement brand is the most
recognized.
Is the most ubiquitous in the market. So others, whether it's Dangote or West African Portland Cement, the Elephant brand, they also need to follow suit. Because at the end of the day, I'm sure that he knows that he will still make profit from this. And the most significant thing that I've seen is for him to even say, okay, others, even others that were made prior to now, they will still pay that 3,500. You understand? those who placed order a long time ago in the old price. They will still deliver to them in the new price. All that is asking for is, okay, the Nigerians, the end users that we have designed this for, please let it get to them. One of the pains that I feel as a person is that Kogi, Obajana, is where we have the Dangote's biggest plant. Ask anybody who resides in Kogi State the price of cement in Kogi. In fact, in most cases, it's even more expensive in Kogi than Lagos. Yes.
Imagine.
I'm telling you.
And they have the cement.
It's not an exaggeration. Ask people.
I know.
It's more expensive in Kogi than some parts of Nigeria. And that's where it is produced.
Yeah,
And that's the bulk of it.
They don't use economy of scale.
I don't understand how that happens. It can't go on like this without the construction sector being affected negatively. The price has to come down. So I expect that after this,
other major players.
others will also announce
Suits, yes.
reduction.
Bigger.
Yes, if not even bigger than what Abdul Samad Karabiu has done. But as
So
a
this
Nigerian, I praise him. And even cement stakeholders have said, see, in this sector, let us take away favoritism and monopoly. That's the best for
That's where I was going.
Okay, this is like a clarion call to Alhaji Dangote.
Yeah, to everybody.
Dangote cement must come down so that Nigerians can access.
Well, for the first time in a long while, we are playing the capitalist game the way it ought to be played. Because monopolies have taken over our country so much that we assume that the one-man show is the way it's done everywhere. It's not. Don't forget the cola wars. Don't forget the brand wars. Even between Nigerian breweries and Guinness, if you remember. The second player must always be the one to disrupt the market. And I don't even think Alhaji Rabiu has gone far enough. Because I expect him to totally crash that market in such a way that his own share of the market will grow to a level that will be the preferred seller of cement in Nigeria. I know it's going to be difficult. But I was telling somebody on radio this morning, if marketers have handled this, he has done a wonderful thing, don't get me wrong. But we need some people to come into the system.
They said they will do more when they finish their...
Because unless that is done, the monopoly will continue to put us down. 3 years ago, to deck a building of 2 flats is 4.5 million. The same building today, you require 12 million naira.
Because of
4 years apart.
Yes.
the steel, the reinforcements, pillars, what do you have to
12 million naira.
Cement.
The same 2 years ago, we were building our church. Cement was 2,800, 3,000. Some people are buying cement for 6,000.
6,000. I know people who have run away from it. There's a church in Ibadan. I think it's 100 and something years old. They wanted to restructure this church. The bill was given to them for cement was more than the money paid for the land and the church. And the salaries they paid since the church started 100 years ago, just for repairs. And then you wonder where we are going in this country. Because unless we start doing business the way it's meant to be done, start cutting down monopolies, stop giving people incentives they don't need. The Nigerian market is too big for one man to control. It's not right. Because you give somebody who is going to sell his cars, you give him concession. Somebody's going to sell his cement, you give him concession.
I agree with you. Let us have a level playing field.
Yeah.
A person can still dominate a market.
Yeah, but dominate it not with the favors
but
of the
not,
states.
not through the designs of the government.
Yeah.
That you just you crush some people on someone's behalf.
While you are closing the border for everybody.
So
you should not allow individuals.
Somebody gave that example. But what I'm saying is a person can dominate a
No, you can still rise to be number one.
Yes.
But let it be based on the fact that free entry, free exits. Not that everybody will enter freely, but somebody will now put your hand in your back and then give you one glove.
And use influence to crush others.
Yeah, it's not done. We want to do a capitalist system. Let's play the capitalist game the way it is designed to be played. And capitalism is basically about competition.
All right.
Not about favoritism.